Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The third mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I'm determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I'm determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading More Than Mindfulness, Widening the Field of Practice by the Monastics of the Thai Forest Sangha. And we're continuing in a talk by Ajahn Karuna Dhammo called In This Body, with a description, final part of this description about the practice of the contemplation of the 32 parts of the body. Right from the very beginning, then, the 32 parts was part of my regular contemplation, and I found it so useful. I think I also had a natural proclivity for it, having been trained as a nurse. I always enjoyed anatomy and physiology, so there was that familiarity with it as well. I found it grounding and so useful in many ways. Those three methodologies, the 32 parts contemplation, metta bhavana, and anapanasati, are still primarily how I spend my time during walking and sitting meditation. Of course, there are many other contemplations that I now fold into my practice. Death contemplation, the three characteristics of anicca, dukkha, and anatta, impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, not self, the peace of nibbana, and others as well. But those three are a very strong part of my practice, and I've never lost interest in the 32 parts contemplation. Where does it fit in terms of the teachings of the Buddha? The 32 parts contemplation is part of the reflections on the body found in the Satipatthana Sutta, the four establishings of mindfulness, or the four frames of reference. The first section is mindfulness of the body. The second, third, and fourth sections are contemplations of feelings, mind, and dhammas, teachings on the hindrances, 5 aggregates, 6 sense spaces, 4 noble truths, etc. The 32 parts contemplation is one of the contemplations focused on the body. Anapanasati is also one of them, but it's only one of them. And development of all of the bodily contemplations is very strongly emphasized in our tradition. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.